Hello my dear students, the student of the third grade from أطفال الرمث النموذجية Academy. How are you today? Hope you are fine. Today we want to talk about a new point, which is the sequence adverbs. The sequence adverbs. What's the meaning of sequence adverbs? Sequence adverbs يا ثالث اللي هي ظروف التتابع أو ظروف التسلسل. ظروف التتابع أو ظروف التسلسل. What's the meaning of sequence adverbs اللي هم ظروف التتابع? We use them to give steps خطوات, okay? To give steps for doing something. احنا بنعطي خطوات لعمل شيء معين. So we give steps for doing something. بنعطي خطوات لعمل شيء معين by using the sequence adverbs. By using the sequence adverbs. So there are 4 sequence adverbs. في عنا ايه ثالث؟ 4 sequence adverbs. 4 ظروف تتابع. What are they? First, then, next, finally. First, then, next, finally. Again, first, then, next, finally. First, then, next, finally. First, we use it with the first step. First, we use it with the first step. مع الخطوة الأولى. First. And what's the meaning of first? First, أولاً. We use first with the first step. The second step, we use then. We use then with the second step. مع الخطوة الثانية ثالث, we use then. Okay, and what's the meaning of then? Then, ثم. Okay, after that, the third step, الخطوة الثالثة, we use next. Next, what's the meaning of next? Next, بعد ذلك. Okay, next, بعد ذلك. And the last step, finally. The last step is finally. Okay, number 4. Here, finally. Finally, what's the meaning of finally? أخيراً. Okay, أخيراً. Again, the sequence adverbs. What's the meaning of sequence adverbs? اللي هم ظروف التتابع. Why do we use them? We use them to give steps for doing something. نعطي خطوات لعمل شيء معين. منرتب خطواتنا. تمام? So there are four sequence adverbs. There are 4 sequence adverbs. في عندنا ثالث 4 ظروف. What are they? First, then, next, finally. First, then, next, finally. First, then, next, finally. We use first with the first step. We use then with the second step. We use next with the third step. And finally, we use finally with the 4th step, which is the last step. Okay, we use finally with the last step. What's the meaning of first? First, أولاً. What's the meaning of then? Then, ثم. Next, بعد ذلك. Or finally, أخيراً. Look at these adverbs. You can notice that the first letter should be capital letter. Don't write it in the small letter. It's wrong. Okay, so the first letter should be capital letter. And after these adverbs, you have to use comma. فاصلة يا ثالث. Okay, after these adverbs, you have to use comma. لازم نستخدم فاصلة. Okay, so you have to write the first letter in capital letter. Okay, the first letter should be capital letter. And after these adverbs, you have to write comma. Okay, you have to write comma. Now, look at this short text. There's a short text here. فقرة قصيرة. And I use the sequence adverbs in it. First, then, next, finally. Okay? I order my steps by using the sequence adverbs. تمام? Number 1. First, I want to buy a scarf. This is the first step. First, look at the adverb first. First, the first letter, capital letter, and here, after it, I use comma. First, I want to buy a scarf. So this is the first step. Then, this is the second step. I want to buy a flower. Next, this is the third step. I want to buy a new dress. And finally, this is the last step. آخر خطوة, I go home. Okay, so I order my sentences by using the sequence adverbs. I order my sentences. أنا برتب جملي by using the sequence adverbs. First, then, next, and finally. First, then, next, and finally. Now look at this exercise. Reorder the following sentences. Reorder. Okay, ثالث reorder إعادة ترتيب. Reorder أعد ترتيب. Reorder the following sentences. There are 4 sentences here, and in these sentences I used the sequence adverbs. Finally, then, next, and first. Look at these sentences. You have to reorder them. You have to reorder them. Okay? يا ثالث you have to reorder them. احنا بدنا نعيد ترتيبهم. احنا شايفينهم خربطات. So you have to reorder them. طبعا احنا ايش؟ حفظنا السيكونس adverbs اللي هم first, then, next, finally. Now, finally, the first sentence. Finally, we go to the restaurant. We have lunch. Finally, we said that. We use finally with the last step. حكينا إنه يا ثالث finally we used it with the last step. نستخدمها مع إيش؟ مع الخطوة الأخيرة. So finally, so you have to write here number 4. Okay, number 4. Then we go to the baker's. We buy bread. Then we use it with the second step. نستخدمها مع الخطوة الثانية. So here you have to write number 2. Next, we go to the butcher's. We buy lamb. We go to the butcher's. We buy lamb. Okay? So next we use it with the third step. So you have to write here number 3. And first, the first step, we go to the market. So here number 1. Now, let's we read the sentences correctly. First, we go to the market. Then, we go to the baker's. We buy bread. Next, we go to the butcher's. We buy lamb. Finally, we go to the restaurant. We have lunch. Again, let's we read them correctly. First, we go to the market. This is number 1. Then, we go to the baker's. We buy bread. Number 2. The third step. Next, we go to the butcher's. We buy lamb. And finally, we go to the restaurant. We have lunch. Now open your student book at page 55, please. Exercise 4, read, order, and say. Read, order, and say. In this exercise, we can see here a short paragraph, and next to this paragraph, there are 4 pictures. There are 4 pictures, A, B, C, and D. So you have to reorder these pictures according to this text or to this paragraph. Now, I want to read this text. Listen to me carefully. We go shopping on Saturday. We go by car. We go shopping on Saturday. We go by car. What's the meaning of shopping? What's the meaning of shopping? Excellent. Shopping اللي هي ثالث تسوق. Shopping تسوق. So we go shopping. In which day? In which day we go shopping? We go shopping on Monday? No, on Saturday. And we go by car. First, the first step. We go to the baker's. We buy bread and cakes. We go to the baker's. Bakers, what's the meaning of bakers? Bakers, excellent. مخبز. We buy bread and cakes. What's the meaning of a bread? What's the meaning of a bread? Excellent. Bread اللي هي خبز يا ثالث. So why do they go to the bakers? Why? لماذا? Why do they go to the bakers? They go to the bakers to buy bread and cakes. And which picture? Here is the bakers. Excellent. C. So right here number 1. The first step, they go to the bakers to buy. They go to the bakers to buy bread and cakes. The second step, then we go to the market. Mom buys fruit and vegetables. So why do they go to the market? Why do they go to the market? To buy fruit and vegetables. To buy fruit and vegetables. What's the meaning of a fruit? Fruit, excellent, فواكه أو فاكهة. And vegetables, خضروات. So why do they go to the market? They go to the market to buy fruit and vegetables. Which picture is the market? Excellent, B. So here, write number 2. This is the market. Now, the third step. Next, we go to the butchers. We buy lamb. We go to the butchers. We buy lamb. Butchers اللي هي الملحمة. We buy lamb. Why do they go to the butchers? To buy lamb. Why do they go to the butchers? To buy lamb. And this B is silent. lamb اللي هو لحم الخروف يا ثالث. تمام؟ Lamb. They go to the butchers to buy lamb. Which picture is butchers? Excellent, A. So A ثالث, right, number 3. Okay? A, number 3. Now, the last step. Finally, we go to an ice cream shop. Ice cream shop اللي هو محل بيع المثلجات. Dad buys ice cream for my brother and me. And where is the correct picture? Excellent, D. D, number 4. So the first step, they go to the bakers. The second step, they go to the market. The third step, they go to the butchers. And the last step, they go to ice cream shop. Now we do some exercises from your activity book. So please open your activity book at page 53. Open your activity book at page 53. Exercise 1. Look, read and write. In this exercise there are 4 pictures and you have to choose the correct sentence from this box, then write it in the suitable space. Look at picture number 1. First, let's go to the baker's. I want to buy some cakes. First. Okay? This is the first step. The second step is then, yes, or excuse me. Excellent. Then I want to buy a doll. So here you have to write, then I want to buy a doll. Then the second step. Then, comma, I want to buy a doll. Full stop. Number 3. There are 2 women here and this woman asks a question. Excuse me, is there a restaurant in this street? So you have to write, excuse me. Is there a restaurant? Is there a restaurant in this street? So this is a question. Now we need the answer. احنا بحاجة السؤال الآن يا ثالث. So we need the answer. The answer is yes, there is. Go straight on, then turn right. Go straight on, then turn right. So number 4, go straight on, then turn right. Yes, there is. Go straight on, then turn right. Then turn right. Okay? So this is the last step. Go straight on, then turn right. The last exercise for today is exercise 3, page 54. Listen, number and complete. In this exercise, we can see 4 pictures and we can see 4 sentences. Look at these sentences. We use the sequence adverbs. ايش مستخدمين هون يا ثالث؟ The sequence adverbs. First, then, next, finally. So you have to listen to me, then You have to listen to me, then write the correct missing word here. After that, you have to order the pictures. Number one is already answered. First, we go to the bakers. Bakers. The missing word here is bakers. And which picture is the bakers? D. D. Okay? So D, the first step, we go to the bakers. So here, write number 1. Okay? Yeah. Number 2. Then we go to the post office. We go to the post office to buy some stamps. So what is the correct missing word here? Excellent. Post office. We go to the post office. Post office. Okay? And which picture is the post office? Which picture is the post office? Excellent. B. So you have to write here B, and B here is number 2. The second step, we go to the post office. Next, we go to the market. We buy fruit and vegetables. So what is the correct missing word here? Excellent. Market. Okay? Market. And which picture is the market? A. So right here, number 3. The third step, they want to go to the market. And the last one, finally, we go to the restaurant, we have lunch. Which picture is a restaurant? Excellent. C. So you have to write here C. And C is number 4. And the correct missing word here is restaurant. Okay? Restaurant. First, we go to the bakers. Then we go to the post office. Next, we go to the market. And finally, we go to the restaurant. Thank you for your watching and your listening, and goodbye.